Hey guys, it's Erica. So I tried to Doge making this video, but we can't not talk about it. Dogecoin is up 12,000% since January, which now makes it the fourth largest cryptocurrency by market cap. And it was originally created as a joke. So we obviously have quite a few things to cover in this video. What is Dogecoin? What caused the price to skyrocket? Is it going to $1? And is it too late to jump in and ride the wave? So first, just so we can visualize how wild this is, if you had put $10,000 into Dogecoin in January, that would now be worth over $1 million. If you put in $10,000 a month ago, that would be worth $100,000. And if you put in $10,000 6 days ago, it would be worth $15,000. Meanwhile, being the responsible personal finance YouTuber I am, instead of Dogecoin, I put my 10 grand into a high yield savings account and this year have made $16.58 on it. Before we talk about whether it's too late to jump in, we have to address the obvious. How did a cryptocurrency that started off as a joke become worth more than companies like Ford and Twitter? And by the way, if you're already a dog money expert and just want to skip around, I have timestamps in the description for you, but definitely recommend watching through the end. All right, so back in 2013, two guys got together. Billy Marcus was a developer at IBM at the time, and Jackson Palmer was working for Adobe Systems in marketing. These two guys figured, let's just have some fun and create Dogecoin as a joke, kind of to make fun of all of the serious coins that were really trying hard to differentiate themselves. Billy said that he figured at the time there were new coins coming out daily, so they couldn't be that hard to make. And so together with Jackson, Dogecoin officially launched on December 6, 2013. The reason Dogecoin has always had its appeal is because of its honesty. It doesn't pretend to be anything that it's not. It's the fun coin, and unlike crypto OG Bitcoin or Ethereum, doesn't have these grand visions of changing the world. Then what happened with Dogecoin is that a community started to grow around it, mainly on Reddit. They did great things for the world too, like raising money for the Jamaican bobsled team. The founders eventually left the project, and Billy said earlier this year that he sold all of his Doge in 2015 after getting laid off and had just enough to buy a used Honda Civic. Fast forward to 2021. On January 1st of this year, it was worth half a penny, and now it's worth almost 60 cents at the time of recording. So how did this happen? I've narrowed it down to several things that I think contributed to this growth. First is what I'll call the Elon effect. No one knows why he got so interested in Dogecoin, maybe only for the memes, but back in 2019 is when Elon Musk first tweeted about Dogecoin. And those tweets have definitely picked up in frequency over the last several months. In late January, Elon posted a fake Doge magazine cover. No comment at all, just an image of a greyhound wearing a jumper. He then proceeded to create more posts about Dogecoin, and even mentioned that he had bought some Dogecoin for his son, Lil X. Elon's tweets rapidly increased the price of Dogecoin practically overnight. Suddenly, Doge was man's best friend in the crypto market. After his first set of tweets, Doge started to settle, and it seemed like the Doge trend was over. If you invested early enough, then you were lucky, and if not, you missed out on another short-lived trend. That's until the world's richest man himself, Dogecoin CEO Elon Musk, decided the Doge tweets needed to be released out into the wild again. Elon wrote 2 tweets which skyrocketed Doge almost to the moon. Just take a look at this chart created by CryptoWatch. Almost every time Elon tweets, Dogecoin's value shoots up. A once joke currency is now a legitimate player in the crypto space when you look at market cap. The second reason I think it's gone up is because it's become more accessible. On Monday, eToro added the cryptocurrency to its platform of 20 million global users, saying that there was significant customer demand. Then on Tuesday, Gemini, a digital currency exchange, followed suit and also announced that they were adding Doge to their platform. Webull started back in April, and by the way, if you want 2 free stocks for opening a Webull account, the second one's going to be valued at up to $1,600. You can get those 2 free stocks by clicking on my link in the description below. So I think that accessibility is important. The more places you can buy and sell Dogecoin, the lower the barrier to entry to get involved. Next is that there's actually a way to use Dogecoin in the real world instead of just trading it. This week, the Oakland Athletics became the first Major League Baseball team to sell tickets in exchange for Dogecoin. The Dallas Mavericks accept Dogecoin. And perhaps more importantly, there's the virality aspect. Everyone likes a good meme. It creates clickable titles, so the media is frantically covering it because clickable titles means they make more ad money. Dogecoin millionaire makes a good title that people are going to click on, and that furthers this hype around it. Add in viral content about Dogecoin on TikTok and all of these YouTubers trying to hop onto the trend, and how your neighbor is talking about how they're up 1,000%, and that's the perfect recipe for mania and FOMO. Fear of missing out. The narrative also reminds me a bit of what happened with GameStop. Not exactly apples to apples, but the sentiment behind GameStop was that it felt like it was the average person against the hedge funds. And this one feels kind of similar. I think we all like rooting for the little guy, and Dogecoin feels like the under-Doge of the crypto space that we all want to see succeed. And before I talk about whether this could go to $1 or $0, there's one more point I have to make about why I think it's skyrocketed. It's fun. It creates that same rush that you get from buying a lotto ticket. And I also think that there's a psychological boost that you get from feeling like you own more. With Bitcoin, if you invest $1,000, you're going to get 0.018 of a Bitcoin. With Dogecoin at 60 cents, you're going to get 1,666 Dogecoin with that same $1,000. Now, obviously it's still $1,000 worth, but something about that feels much more satisfying. Owning 1,666 of something versus 0.018 of something. I'm just a lawyer, not a psychologist, but maybe that's one reason why Dogecoin is the best performing major digital asset year to date. This isn't really within the scope of the video and could be a whole different video on its own, but I quickly want to share 2 things you should know about Dogecoin that differentiates it from other crypto like Bitcoin, for instance. One is that it doesn't have a capped supply like Bitcoin, which means that the inflation rate is much higher than Bitcoin. There's no limit to its future supply. 2 is the ownership concentration. There are a few that own the majority of Dogecoin, and there's major risk associated with that. Because if those major holders start trying to sell, it could cause a ripple effect where everyone panics and tries to get out and the price plummets. If you take a look at this chart, one account owns more than 28% of all Dogecoin. That's currently valued at $22 billion. Then 12 accounts own 18% of all Dogecoin, and 89 accounts own another 20%, meaning that there are 102 accounts out there that own combined more than 67% of all Dogecoin. So please be very, very wary that this is a big risk. All right, so the final thing we have to tackle is whether it's going to $1. First, I want to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments below. If you think it's going to $1, comment the word diamond, and if not, just say no. My honest thought is no one knows. It's impossible to time the market or predict it. One thing we do know is it's incredibly risky, but I do agree with Mark Cuban that while it's not the best investment, you probably have a better shot making money with Doge than with a lotto ticket. Just better odds. But that being said, be cautious. This is not something that you want to put your life savings into. A lot of people probably will make a lot of money, but a lot of people are going to lose a lot too. Although its use case is very limited in nature, I ultimately came to the conclusion that I like what Dogecoin is doing for cryptocurrency. It makes it feel more accessible and fun, and if that causes people who would have never otherwise thought of investing to be more curious and get involved, and raises awareness around digital assets and the true purpose behind them, I think that that's ultimately a really good thing. Will I be buying Doge? Probably not, but I'm fascinated and keeping a close eye on it, and will definitely be tuning in for the big moment everyone is waiting for, which is Elon Musk's SNL appearance. Did you buy it? Let me know why or why not in the comments below. I'm really curious about your answers, so I'm going to be reading through all of them. And if you want 2 free stocks, one valued at up to $1,600, then you can click on my link in the description below to get Webull and claim those 2 free stocks. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.